So everything's looking good so far. I changed out most of the water from the algae bloom, and it's actually looking very, very clear right now. Let me see if I can. It's looking very clear, extremely clear, which is pretty cool. I'm still bummed about the fish I lost. It was, 3 tiger barbs and a black skirt tetra and a catfish. A panda cory I had, so. But I don't know if he could be the culprit of the panda cory, because every time the panda cories came out, he would mess with them. Yeah, I had him in something else, and I had an algae bloom in that one, and he was the only survivor. And I had to put him in here for my other tank when I first had him in. He was gonna die, so I did, and he's been hanging out ever since. But the panda cories are small like him, so I don't know if he thinks that they, I don't know. Okay, so the cryptocurrencies seem to be doing all right. That's the Sri Lanka. I'm not a professional at this, so anyways, it seems to be doing all right. Because when I had to change out that water, they weren't so just sticking up as much. They were more flowing this way down. This one too, especially. So when I changed the water, everything just started shooting up like that. See? Right there, you can see it. It's up. So hopefully, everything's good with them. I've had really good luck with them. I brought these home, and they're expected to just drop all their leaves, and they didn't. And I planned this sucker for months. It's just a small 75, but I planned it for a long time. It took me a long time to get everything because I don't have a lot of money. So, the gravel is actually costs more than the aquarium. Okay, so here we go. Oh, look at that. It's blowing in the wind. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so these pothos are doing pretty good. I don't use them for nitrate. Honestly, I don't even keep an eye on that stuff. I never really have. So I'm getting this because I wanted to cover my top. If it helps too, that's cool. And what it's doing is it's starting to, let me see where the roots at that I found, which I think is going to look really nice. But the roots, if you can see right there, okay, so it's coming out. I stuffed them in a hole, and that black thing you see right there next to was part of a plastic plant, the bottom, the weight part on the bottom. I put it in there because I didn't want any of my fish going in there and just getting stuck in there. So that's that's one part of the plant. Because I put 2 cuttings in here, which is this one. Okay, so it's starting to grow really. it's growing pretty good, and it's growing. You know, it's not. The leaves are pretty close together, so which is what I want. You know, I want it to be nice and lush and thick. So that part is from there, and this one. I'm not using this so much anymore because that's what caused. I don't know why I have this. I keep messing up with my light. You know, and it, you know, the algae blooms is costing me. I'm learning though. Okay, so this one is coming out rather nicely. What I'm going to try to do is guide it. I've been kind of guiding it to where it is, actually right here. So I just put it right up here so it doesn't. I don't want none of this to hit the water. So I'm gonna try to get this. Well, I'm not even gonna try to get it. I'm gonna guide it to come this way. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna guide it to come down. Okay, to there. And then from there, we'll see what happens. I may even guide it to come this way. Oops. Because since this is two pieces, right on this side, this one, I could guide it to come this way. Come down to this way and maybe work this way. This section, which is really nice and thick, I will guide it to come this way. I'll guide it to come up here this way. And probably go that way. That'll work. Look, I just came up with it right now. So, this one's going to come down this way. Blam. Right? It's going to come down that way. Right here. This one is going to come this way. And I'm going to shoot it that way, all the way that way. Okay? Well, that one I said is right here. I'll just bring it up this way. Okay? So this whole corner is coming. And this guy is going to come down this way. And I'll shoot him that way. So I'll cover, all this will be covered right here, these edges. We'll see what we can do. And the mint, I'm not too sure. So we'll see. It's there. I cut a lot of the dead stuff off. I also added that for water movement because I became afraid that maybe the water movement wasn't enough because, you know, this is an Aquaclear 50 and this is an Aquaclear 70, which it works really well. This one is smaller. So I'm not sure, you know, what's going on, if it's working or not, but I also have it to my protein skimmer. That's why I still have this, because the protein skimmer works really good with it. So, I mean, it fits perfectly on there, so, you know, I don't really have to mess with this too much. Or you can hear it. It starts to push it out, suck it in. Okay, just a little bit. So this is doing a good job of just pushing the water around. I got so much junk hooked up to this thing, it's ridiculous. Look at that. Oh, okay, one last thing before I go. Let's see if we can get this to work. This is my ghetto style Walmart light setup. Okay, so I have these 3 lights right here. I'll show you. There's one. There's the other right there. And then we have the last one over there. Okay, I put some Velcro stuff or whatever behind here. Now I have this. See what happens. There we go. So, if I bring it this way, I'm not turning that stuff off. Alright. So I have the options to make the different colors. Like this looks really nice. So we just leave it set at green. It looks really nice at night. Okay. And then I also have the loop. So when I'm stoned, I could just trip out on this stuff. I have all this stuff in the middle of it, blocking it, but look. It looks especially nice at night. Damn, but those things are like 17, 18 bucks a piece though, man. It's like ridiculous. Everything is so high right now. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's what I have planned. These are actually easy to move. These are actually easy to manipulate to go the way you want them to. You know, I've actually been successful right here at it. Making sure it doesn't go into the, as you can see. And it was easy to do it actually. They seem to just go where you want them to go. It's like they know what you want them to do. Like this one's even coming this way, watch. And I'll get it to come down. Come all the way down. I sure would like to find him another home. I wish I could find somebody that lives in the Anaheim area, Orange County area, that would be willing to take him. Because, I mean, it's got a lot of space and stuff in here, but he doesn't have any of his own kind. I don't have snails for him because I'm not going to introduce snails here. Even though I did have snails, and then, you know, I had got this perfect little thing going with it, and it was fine. The snails died off because I wasn't giving more than I should have to food and everything else. So they disappeared. But from what my understanding is, these pea puffers, they really need snails. He's looking at us right now. He's like, "What's going on?" Watch. I mean, he's not being abused. He's actually, if anything, he's the abuser. You know, a little guy like that. The only time he's a sissy is during feeding time. They push him around during then. But other than that, he kind of like he can be kind of aggressive. Watch. Let me see if I can see some of these tetras with their fins bit. They had like, for a long time they were having the little perfect circles, and you know he was biting them. Where is he at? Right there. Let me see if oh yeah, these guys in the back. That guy with the longer fin back there. Look at his tail. He'll still be getting it. You know what, these black skirt tetras and these tiger barbs actually they go together kind of well because they're like they have pretty much the same schooling behavior, so it seems to work out. And I kind of like the movement. I really do like the movement. You know, when I'm around, they'll move a lot. If they don't see me. If I'm just sitting there on the couch doing nothing and they don't see me, and they just have it, they will do their relax, which is pretty cool too to watch. You all pick a certain little spot and they stay there, you know. Even the tiger barbs, actually, they do that too. So I'm still looking for a couple of species of fish here that hopefully one day I'll get. But yeah, so everything's doing all right. This is doing really good because they're all the same from the same. I just cut them in 4 pieces. There's a piece there, piece somewhere over in here somewhere, right in there. This is the one that seems to do the best though. I never moved it off of this. Okay, look. There's a piece of wood under there, as you can kind of see. And when I cut all the other stuff, I didn't take it out. I just cut it. And I left that piece on that piece of wood right there. Just look how beautiful it is. The leaves grow the same way backwards like that. It's just, the rhizome is nice and thick. You know, it's just been growing beautifully. This one's doing pretty good too. But I mean, this is the one that really just, so you know, I'm never gonna take it off of there. It's gonna stay on there forever. That moss my daughter gave me, it was a round thing like this, and I just put it on there and it grew to immense proportions. But it's susceptible to that algae, that long-haired green black algae stuff. And you know, that's the one I neglected. I neglected all of these ferns at one point. I just skipped putting some stuff in here for them, and they all suffered. Raspberry's looking good. This is what worries me. These are my Aponogetons, and they're just hugging the ground, which makes me worry. All right, I gotta go. This is a long video. Bye.